Truly a UWU moment. Oops. Sorry for the long wait. I am here. Let me bring us here. Okay. Oh, geez. Sorry. Oh my gosh. No. Why is it making that noise? No, stop. Okay. How are y'all? How is everything? I hope y'all are doing well. I'm doing pretty okay. My bad. That's probably me. I think it was you. But how are y'all? How is everything? You're doing good so far? That's good. Yeah, me too. But I know later this week is gonna be kind of troubling. Hopefully I can get through it. I'll let you know. Wait, let me look at the chart first. Has the stream, okay, yeah, the stream title changed. What the heck is that noise? Okay. Wait, what? Why did it do that? Stop posting links. He wasn't posting links. I think it's because you put the so and I'm, like, you did the so period I'm to, like, too close to each other. You had to space out the I'm. Trying to keep up with the V Regalia account. Yeah, I need to go on there too and repost your stuff too. What the heck? Okay, so yeah. I'll let you know if I'm still able to stream on Friday. I'll let you know. Cause usually I'm okay, but just I don't want it to turn out like how last month was. Friday, yeah. Do you catch my what is it, my drift? See, yeah. What happened last month? Am I missing lore? Remember when I said I was feeling nauseated and just not overall not feeling well? Cause I was both really, really sad and then other biological things happening. you know, type things. Yes. Okay. But like it's also good that I took the rest. It's like I just when I'm like nausea hits like that, it just hits horribly, and like I'm not like able to talk because I feel like if I open my mouth, I'm like going to throw up. I'm going to barf, and I hate like throwing up. So I just had to, I just needed to take a break that day. Because I would have, like, I'm too used to, like, despite feeling crazy sad or, like, not feeling too, like, if my nerves are kind of bad or I'm tired from my medicine, I still try to stream as much as I can. But that time I just knew I could not. What the heck is that? What are these emojis? Is that a sheep? Grass and owl. Yeah. Menstrual owl. But yeah. Like I can say it, but like you can catch my drift because I don't know if it's like a sensitive topic to anyone. So, but yeah. It's usually either the first day or the second. Mostly it's second days when it's like the worst for me. But like ever since I started taking Motrin for it, that helps a lot. Before it was Midol I would take for it. But Motrin helps a lot during that time. And for the past months or like years or whatever, like I wouldn't like be nauseated that whole entire time. I would be pretty good. It was just this time the nausea hit pretty harshly, man. But I'll let you know if I need to take a break Friday. But I just need to eat the right. Sometimes, like rarely, even though like I would eat the right things and take the correct precautions, is just the nausea would just be crazy. Most of your friends are girls. You're not sensitive to it. But yeah, but for anyone who may be lurking or watching on YouTube and stuff, yeah. But it's whatever. It's just oh jeez, it's just the natural things of life. But yeah, as like an overview for this week, today I'm gonna be playing, I think the second, and I think it's the last trial of this case. It's the second trial, but it's the part 1 of that second trial. I'm gonna try to get through that this stream, and if there's a bit of space, then I'll get through this, maybe like half the second part, or I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing part 1 of the second trial of this case, and the second trial is like the last trial. And then what is it? On Thursday, I'm gonna be playing Signalis again, and I like playing it. And my like discovery through like a puzzle last stream was really cool. I really like that. It makes me feel smart sometimes. So I'm gonna be doing, I guess, part 2 of the finale. But I don't know if there's gonna be a part 3, because if there's a part 3, then the part 3 might be like an hour or 2 for a stream. But let's see if I'm able to get through the game as like a part 2. But I don't know. And then Friday, most likely, it's very much so 97%, 99% I'm gonna be streaming. And it's gonna be Minecraft. That's the game that won for what I'm gonna be doing on Friday. Because the choices were either I react to scary videos, I play scary games and demos, or I play Minecraft. And everyone, like 3 people voted Minecraft. So I'm playing Minecraft. And I also have a possibility of a stream being on Sunday of me reacting to scary videos or playing scary games and demos. But we'll see about Sunday. This reminds me, I need to clip the world's #1 ranked lesbian from A Way Out. Oh my gosh. Wait, weren't you the #1 ranked lesbian from A Way Out? In that situation? But yeah, that's what's gonna be happening for this week. And I'm gonna be posting more videos frequently. So I can make more space on my laptop. So look out for those. I'm gonna be posting another one tomorrow. I'm gonna have to schedule it to be posted for tomorrow. And make the thumbnail after the stream for it. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that to make more space. And in the next coming weeks, I'm gonna be playing another story game that I'm excited to play, and it's called Until Then. And I feel like that's like a nice game to play in the spring type of season. Yes, my unparalleled ability to mash E with a specific set of fingers earned me that title. Oh my gosh. But also, next month I'm gonna be playing. Will I? I forget. I don't know. But maybe The Walking Dead Season 4? It just depends on the timing of these games, because the timing has been become so off and everything. But it's okay. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't know why that sounded so bland. Like so non-emotional of an excitement, but I am. And yeah, I'm gonna try to start streaming a bit more, like maybe like having an additional day every now and then of streaming during the week. So yeah, more fun time. And I wanna... Oh, I thought my dad was calling me. So there's gonna be more fun times, more chill times. And I hope, like, when I play Minecraft, I'm gonna be kinda nervous, because I need to make a plan of what I'm gonna be doing. Like, what is my goal for that stream of what I'm gonna be doing? I just laughed manically in the middle of your work area. Non-emotional way of excitement. What a way with words. Yeah, that's just the way I be talking. But yeah, look forward to those times. I need to put another sound panel. So I wish I could bring my mic with me as I go get the sound panel, but it's like my mic is like is like a shortened wire, and I might have to get a new multiple USB port thing to plug into my laptop, because this one is very inconvenient, because sometimes my mouse knocks into it when I'm like in a very testy part of a game, and then it annoys the heck out of me. So I need to get a new one. Ooh, Fen time is awesome time. Yes, and I love that you chose the word awesome, because awesome is like my favorite word. Ever since when I was younger, I would always say that it was my favorite word, and it still is my favorite word. But like, I don't know, like if I let me pick up the mic like this. It's like the legs are loose on it for some reason. Hold on. I think that's pulling the screw out. Sorry if it's making like a lot of bumpy noises, but come along with me. Come along with me as I try to get this panel. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna reach over there until like from under my bed. But yeah, and what I feel like too, I guess for when it's like just chatting, I don't know if my mouth is too close, but like I feel like when we were watching scary videos, I was just like this when we were watching scary videos during October. And also when we were watching the back rooms, I had the mic like this and I was sitting back more. So it's comfy, but I don't think it'll be good with this mic because it's so gosh darn wobbly. And I really need a new one. And I try not to complain about this, but it just drives me crazy. But that is okay. We will tough it out. But I feel like it's fun sitting back in the chair and just having it in my hands sometimes. Because I don't know, it's just fun talking like this closely to the mic. I don't know, but you can hear kind of like the breath between my words when like I pronounce like certain letters, and I don't know if that's too much, and I feel like I need to manage the breath in between like my words, or like my like pronunciations of certain letters and stuff. But I really like having it like this. It's really nice. But you're gonna like hear, like, because this mic is so sensitive, like even the taps on it, you can hear it, and I hate that. Or like little tiny movements of it, it just sounds like boom 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 or whatever. But yeah, and I don't know if it's gonna pick up like the breath from my nose every now and then. So yeah, I don't know. But let me put it back down. Yikes. Why is it okay, there we go. Is it making a staticky noise? Let me see. Okay, it's not. You notice that it would put you on edge every time in Lethal Company, like what the boom, 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 the like the the little rubs against the mic. You don't hear it? Okay, well that's good. But it might be like, do you hear that? Or this? The thumping, yeah. I need to get a new mic. ASMR. What if I started doing ASMR in the summer? I like that was like a little leak of what I was planning for the summer. What if I just did that? I don't think that's gonna be good at all. I thought about it. It was like, I don't know. I thought about it, but like, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna be talking about, or what the heck I'm gonna be doing. Maybe I won't do that. I don't know. I just don't know what the heck I would say or do. Because instant 1 bajillion viewers. Oh my gosh. Because I remember in Hololive, like years ago, I would be watching, and Callie, she would do like some ASMR streams. And like there was one stream when she was like cleaning their ears or doing something. And I don't know, it would weird me out in the chat. Like people would be like, yes, more. Oh my gosh, the tickles. And I was like, oh my, I don't know if I wanna do that. But like, I don't know, like that might be actual like satisfaction people would get alerted by your name. Oh, I know Callie. I haven't watched anything from Callie in a few years. Yeah, she's still doing so much. Like she recently had her own like concert in LA, I think it was, and that was really cool. But I know this weekend I'm gonna be watching Holo 6th Fest, and it's always been my dream to actually go there and like go to Japan and go to 6th Fest. That is like one of my greatest goals, because I feel like that would be so gosh darn fun. Because I've been watching it by streaming, and it just looks so awesome. And I really hope that I'm able to go to it before like the rest of Holo Myth or whatever graduates. Because I really want to go see them. Especially Holo Myth. Especially Kiara. I really hope I'm able to go see her at Holo 6 Fest, like in person. That would be so awesome. Or go to one of her like meet and greets or whatever at like a anime expo or something. That's like one of my top like goals and dreams to do, that it makes me tear up, because I just want to go so gosh darn bad. And I want to meet her like by speech. And if it ever comes to the point where I'm able to like, I don't even know if it'll come up to the point, but let me just speak it out. Is like, if it ever came to the point that I'm able to like collab with her ever, if that ever happens, that would mean so much to me. Because she's like the inspiration for why I'm doing this. Like I would be like the way she reacted to the first time she like collabed with Pecora, because Pecora is like her Oshi. And I remember the very night, because she would, at the time, Kiara lived in Japan, so a lot of her streams would be at nighttime where I am. I remember her stream with her when she collabed with Pecora, and then at the end of it, she started crying, and because she loves her so much, and she looks up to her so much. She's fangirling? Yeah, I'm fangirling. I want to make that an emote too, fangirling. But I really want to make that happen one day. Either to collab with her, or rather it's collabing with her, going to Holo Fest to see her perform, meeting, also like a meet and greet or whatever, or all three. If that were to ever happen, that would be one of the best things ever. And there's like so many bigger YouTubers too that I want to like collab with, like bigger VTubers that I want to collab with. But I don't know if the future all goes down to that. That would be one of the best things ever. And I really hope that I'm able to do that and life aligns with that. Gotta keep the hope. You never know, it might happen or whatever. I don't know. Hey, hello, I'm here. Hey, John. Woo. But yeah, let me stop my yapping and get into, I was about to say The Walking Dead, but get into what the heck it's called. I said woo, and the wolf appeared. My calling. Oh yeah, on top of you. But yeah, let's get into Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Trial 2, Part 1. I think it's Trial 2, Part 1. Shall we get into it? Shall we? And stream might end a little bit early because, I need to take a shower. And time wasn't aligning. I had to go walk my brother's dog. I needed to eat, and I just wanted to eat comfortably and not rush. And like, just my little sister just didn't. She took her shower at the time I wanted to. I didn't want to go directly after her because there was still like, you know, the evaporation or humidity or whatever in the air, and the mat was gonna be wet, even though it soaks in the water well. It's just that part of the mat where I stand on is it's pretty wet. So I'm waiting for that to dry, pretty much. But yeah, let's get into it. Ouch. Let me cut this BGM off and move on. But I hope you're doing well, John. And I tested it, and Phoenix Wright does indeed work. So let me go here. It opened when I did it off stream. So hopefully it opens now that I'm doing it on stream. But let's see. Phoenix Wright. Phoenix, where are you? Stop your hiding. There you are. Cal, can I recommend you a story game to play that has pretty cool music and is like pretty weird? But it's a really cool story. I think you'd like, kind of. But it's a 2D game. Dang, I think Phoenix Wright is the game that I have the most hours in, 77.5 hours. It's called Sally Face. Have you ever played Sally Face? Also, let me make sure this music isn't too loud. and that you're able to hear me over it. No, it's pretty loud. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you think you watch Markiplier? Play it? Oh, okay. Part 4, 1 trial. Okay, yeah. Basically. Wait, hold on. Oh, Justice for All, yes. So let's start this, and let me see if I can remember how to do their voices. Hold on, let me put this other sound panel up, okay? Pardon me. I really wish I didn't have work tomorrow. But you gotta go. I'm almost done. Ouch. Ouch. Me win. Kind of want to do what's it called? A movie night or something next weekend. Would y'all be up to watching a movie next weekend? And I'll put the choices too that I have in mind in the Discord, I think this weekend. Would be down? Okay. Oopsie. I can't believe I just said oopsie. Do it. I can finally watch a movie and write it off as official V Regalia activity. Nice. Okay. Shall I leak a choice? Like a choice that I may have on the poll when trying to decide? Shall I leak one? Oh, let me change the game category also. What's it called? Phoenix Wright trilogy. Alright, stream info updated successfully. Alright, let's get to it. Good morning, Max. Oh, yeah, good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Teehee. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina. Wow, I am using hyphens. What do you mean, using hyphens? Wait, Regina. How fabulous, my sweetie pie. My sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today. Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? So, what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess. You'll fly at the end? What do you mean? I'm using hyphens. Cal, you're confusing the heck out of me. It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to you. Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo. Or should I say, hyphens? That's what it. I tried my best to translate that into actual speech. Did I do a good job? Or are you just over there in your little corner or whatever, chuckling to yourself? Mo really is your spirit animal? Oh gosh. Top of the morning to you, governor. Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Aha, 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 aha. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Why are they giving him milk? Oh my. Thanks. So how are you today, right? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean ACRO? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. What are you going to do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past ACRO and to the truth. You're right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. And I was laughing in Brazilian. Oh my gosh. How do you laugh in Brazilian? You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Dang. That's how. December 30th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Miss Von Karma. You may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Of course, I have an accent, so I can't Brazilian text laugh like Carol does. She's a master at it. Oh, that whip. She is crazy for that whip. Order, order. I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor Gumshoe. Very well. Please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Okay, we have to depend on evidence for this guy. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me ACRO. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus. Oh, now I get it. Very big, like very big. I think. Bird moment. Yeah, all those little birds. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. Wait, Fen, what? Please. Thank you, God. Please don't tell me. What? Yawning. You only just figured out that pun? Yeah! Very Big Circus. Very Big Circus. What am I doing? Okay. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. Okay, Mo 1F, Acro 3F. Witness's room is near the crime scene. Lodging house. Master's room. For getting us started, 1 out of 10. For what? What was the 1 out of 10? Oh, thank you for subbing, Cal. I didn't get like a little notification. Very odd. Let me see. But thank you, thank you. Okay, put this. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. What I witnessed. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump, noise from outside the window. It was literally active mere minutes ago. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there's very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. Oh, her and this foolish word. I hate that. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, did. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination. Edgeman. So what I witnessed. Okay, so now it's for the cross-examination. How many times can you say foolish in a sentence? She's crazy. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind. That's who it looked like. But, okay, so he said that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. Okay, let's go all the way back to the front. I think they said we can't press him, but I'm not completely sure. That scared the heck out of me for a second. Hold on, my little sister messaging me. She's wondering if she... Okay. Giving big sister advice. You can't press him. He's a person, not a button. Oh, har, har, har. Sorry. Just trying to help her out with the decision. Pardon me. Well, do you have to go to those classes? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to tell her I'll talk later. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. That's what I saw. Okay. There. Oh my gosh. I was scrolling up the chat on my other screen, and I forgot it was still clicked in with the game as well. I feel like we can still press on him though. Just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from the outside window. Then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. Okay, so you said that's who it looked like. But you don't know if it's actually him. People are saying that it looked like him because of his outfit, but they don't know if it's actually him. They didn't see his face. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That is true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a man fly by your window? The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? See, look, he's getting mad. I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with his latest bit of testimony. There's nothing wrong. There is a contradiction, I feel. There was a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. Why is she objecting me? If there is a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction? He said that he saw the silk hat. Fabulousness found at the crime scene. Let's just present the silk hat itself. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? There's an ad break, so I'll be right back. Ouch. I'll save this. seems like we are back. Continuing.
Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats?
No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, ACRO, that you've been fibbing on the stand.
Order, order.
As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up.
How about it, Mr. Wright?
What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? He has a grudge against Max. ACRO was dreaming. ACRO's the real culprit. It's either between that he's the real culprit. Well, no, he doesn't know how to. He doesn't have legs, though. But I don't know. He has a grudge against Max. I don't know if he has a grudge against Max, though, actually. When it's to commit perjury in this court today, he's the real culprit? Like, of the hat? Because I don't remember anything about him having a grudge against Max, I don't think. Or what about that note in the lunchroom? I don't know. I guess real culprit? Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses ACRO himself. On this occasion?
Accuses ACRO? What in the world are you accusing him of?
Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Oh yeah, that makes sense. How did I get so lost in that? And how did I choose the right thing?
Mr. Wright, are you serious?
Deadly serious, Your Honor. Ha ha ha. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
Really?
If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to almost be scary. Why is the bird up in my face? He's staying rather calm and collected.
Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation?
I don't really need to say a thing, do I?
What do you mean?
Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
That's true.
I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things. I thought someone called me. Sorry, she texted me again. Okay, that's enough now. Please. Okay. See? Even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous.
She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man.
Phoenix is a poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that ACRO is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. ACRO had an accomplice.
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did ACRO have an accomplice?
Of course he did. Of course he didn't. I think that he did. What? Why is she sending me? Okay, that's just enough. Okay. Hold on. Okay. These leggings are getting tight also. Of course he did, of course he didn't. But if he did, who would assist him in doing that type of stuff when the rest of the people in the circus were close and respective of the headmaster or whatever? And this might sound dumb stupid, but maybe he was by like a string, not some string, but like some type of, like, how did he, if it was him, then how did he quote unquote fly? Like, did he like swing by like a rope to make it seem like he was flying because his legs can't work? Sans, give us your wisdom. What if that's a possibility? Of course he didn't. Of course he did. I think he might have found a way to do it himself. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? Okay, so how the heck is it him then? Or I guess alleged, I don't know. You're not going to sucker me into this one.
What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright?
There was no accomplice. ACRO planned and committed the murder all by himself. Oh, now I got the notification. Why is it twice on my screen? Hey, there's my fancy message. Half a year, cowards. Jeez, half a year. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Thank you, Cal. Thank you so much.
Order, order. What are you getting at?
Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how ACRO murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling?
Mr. Dingling was, You know what I can't do? What can't you do, Cal? I can't believe it's not butter. What do you mean not butter? Mo. What was the where was ACRO when the crime was committed? On the ground, I'm thinking. In this section here. Or was it this section? It happened in between these two things, so I would say it would be here. But what I'm thinking is him falling down to the ground and able to kill the headmaster. But he can't, Oh, hello, Melchi, how are you? Melchi Ja Protogen. How are you? I'm just here playing, you know, Phoenix Wright Justice for All. I'm on part 4. 1, you know, trial, the second trial. I don't know if you've played or know of Phoenix Wright, but yeah, it's like a little game where you solve cases. But how are you? I hope you're doing well. But like, he's in a wheelchair at the same time, so would he just be in his room at the time at the crime being committed? I don't know, this is all very confusing to me. You've watched some of the trilogy game? Yeah, I'm in Justice for All. I'm in the second game in the trilogy. Playing the last trial, I think it is, of this case, the Berry Big Circus. I think he would just be in his room, since he can't leave it. How about this? He was obviously here the entire time. That's
ACRO's room.
pretty simple, eh? ACRO wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. ACRO didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts?
What say you, Mr. Dingling? It's an interesting theory.
That's it.
Considering that what you propose is impossible. Yes, that's it.
This guy is weird.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer.
You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. But it's not him. People think that it's him. They didn't see his face. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? I think he climbed up a rope or something. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly.
Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright?
What is it? I understand some of your logic.
However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume.
Maybe Monkey got it for him, his pet monkey, Money the monkey. How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. Or buffet? Be careful, Nick, if you mess up here. She's right, I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that ACRO killed the ringmaster. And he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it.
Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright.
Present evidence, can't present evidence now. I think I have the evidence. And I think it is Money the Monkey. So let's present evidence. I'm going to present some evidence.
So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Berry?
Oh, commit the crime of murder. Like, how did he kill him? Yikes. Still could be the monkey. It could. You don't know, never saw this one? Go to evidence. Grand Prix photo. How was he killed? Like, bronze statue taken from the cafeteria before the crime. Hydrate, okay. Prix, thank you. Oh, yeah, the Grand Prix. Let's see. So this was taken from the cafeteria, but why would it be taken though? Oh, I'm so sleepy. Wake up, wake up. Okay. Before the crime. Commit the crime of murder against. To be used as a decoy at the purder with rope. Wait, okay. So my think. But this wasn't okay. I was gonna say maybe he dressed. No, but in the thought it showed the cloak flying up. So maybe what he did, he might have gotten his clothes, Max's clothes, and put it over the statue with a rope and hit it down on what's it called, on the ringmaster, and then pulled it back up looking as if it was flying. Maybe that might be the all ending thing with this case, with how he was killed. He could have used the bus to make the shape with the clothes hiding the lack of legs. Strings tied to the bus. Exactly! Like I was saying. So maybe that's it. Maybe this was dropped on him. Okay, let's try to present this then.
What's that? What's that? A picture.
I'm trying to get the base deep enough. It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture.
The bust.
It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-sized, it is also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death, especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Ah! See? This is how ACRO was able to kill the Ringmaster, with the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust.
Order, order. So you're saying the bus fell onto the Ringmaster?
A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. But why wouldn't the bus be found at the crime scene? How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Where you see the muscles on that guy? Well, ACRO is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust.
Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges?
Well, ACRO's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows what I'm getting close. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. He took the bust and hid it as he brought it up. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's okay. So that's when it wouldn't be found on the crime scene. That's what I'm thinking. Whoa! I didn't even get to read that text. I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case? I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say?
Von Karma. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond.
The defense's objection is overruled.
Why can't he see things my way once in a while?
Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him.
Thank you.
Ugh, that woman will sink to any load to win a case. ACRO's physical state. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it will be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think?
I have no doubts in regard to this witness's testimony.
If it was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look, not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head, a single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. He could have easily done so by leaning with ropes. Exactly. Or a mirror. How a mirror? Interesting. Stretch. Okay. You'll still never hear a strone from me. I am keeping up with it. Okay. Oh, gosh darn it.
That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
Almost had a strone there. Like, I'd be wanting to, exhale. But I can't. I can't let y'all hear a strone. use the mirror to look down. You can use a mirror to look around a corner without exposing yourself. Oh, I've seen mirrors used like that too. Okay, I see what you're saying. I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. Grr. I can't let her get to me. I've got to focus. ACRO's physical state. Okay, let's see what he says. What he has to say. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? One of these days, you will strone, and I will clip it. What's a strone? A strone is a moan from stretching. You know, when like you're waking up in the morning, or if you're like waking up from a nap or something, or you're just feeling the need to stretch, and you just get like a huge like exhaling of like some type of noise or whatever. So yeah, kind of like Oyu can get angry. What's Oyu? Oh, kind of like you can get hangry. No, it's just like when you're stretching, you just make that exhale of a noise, and it's like the satisfaction, the overall satisfaction to a stretch. Maybe satisfaction is a weird word. At least I didn't use pleasure. But yeah. Because okay. I was gonna say, can I get banned from that? I don't think I could get banned from that. But continuing. Okay, what statement can I press on? That may seem suspect. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. I don't know if it would have been impossible. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. It's like saying "oh" with your mouth closed. Wait, let me see. No, it isn't. See, I just said "oh" with my mouth closed. That doesn't sound like a strone. But, okay, let's see. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Should I try to press on one of these statements, or am I gonna get like... Because I don't remember, can I lose a bit of health from pressing him? I know I pressed him once, but it has that bar up there, as if I can. Let's look at our evidence, I guess. The bar is mostly for mistakes and accusations. Yeah. Let's look at our evidence. 10:15. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bus on him, don't you think? The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock. Placed by ACRO in Regina's pocket on morning of crime, bust, Grand Prix photo, circus map, crime photo. Let's look at the crime scene. Can have been a tracker inside, like the box. I thought that what was inside the box was the salt. Wait, where did we get the salt again? From inside the wooden box. The victim was hunched over. It contains pepper. So that's what I was thinking. I don't know, brah. I'm so confused, brah. I don't know what... I don't want to mess this up. Okay. Okay, crime photo. Let's... Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Let me get away from this before I accidentally click on something. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Let's press him for this. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there is no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick. Huh? What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense. If only I could prove somehow. Location of his head. That ACRO knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. How could I do that then? I think I've already explained things sufficiently. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? I don't know. Oh, thanks for the follow, Melchi. Hydrate, okay. Posture check, okay. Posture corrected. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. But like the statements he put before this, I guess make sense. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Push the window one? Okay, let me see the window one. This the window one? However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. I think I did push this one. And I was like, what makes you think it would be impossible? And he said something. Or did I push him on this? I think I pushed him on this. Let me go to the window one then. Let me press it. And why is that? Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet.
So you couldn't have thrown the bus out of the window.
Okay, maybe let me think about this. Let me go to the what's it called? The evidence. Let me look at the crime photo. What if this box was already here? Isn't that like a possibility? And ACRO knew that he would pick it up or something? Let me try that. But which statement though? Maybe this one that was right here. Maybe he saw him like trying to pick it up. Let me do that. Oh snap, I was about to click the wrong thing. Present. Okay, nice. ACRO. You didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you?
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting.
Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright.
Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box.
The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over.
The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Oh, okay. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. See, okay, nice.
I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean...
If the bus were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box,
there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. No.
Order. This is unbelievable.
Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here. Forward.
So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene?
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ow! Allow me to... Mr. Phoenix, right. Ow! The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made. Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. The size of the box, the weight of the box, the contents of the box. I think the contents of the box because It was just salt in that box. Court record. Let's look at the box. The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock. Found inside the wooden box, the victim was hunched over. It contains pepper. Had the most peculiar feature. Is it the keyhole? It boasts a small but strong lock. I think it might have been because of the lock. But then it was 20 pounds. The size of the box, the weight of the box, the contents of the box. Ooh, yeah, 20 pounds being hit on the head, yeah, that's death. So maybe the weight of the box. The box has a remarkable weight. Weight?
According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds.
Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... I mean, like, 20 pounds is easy to carry. But for it to be hit on the head from a height, yeah, that's death.
Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it up with their body, when you say.
That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. I think I see what's going on, but it couldn't have been the box that hit him. Yeah, it wasn't the box that hit him. It was more so the little statue. The box was already there, I think. The box is also very large.
The box also has carrying handles on the other side, doesn't it?
That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool! Oh my, sorry. Sorry, I just hit the table because I thought I was gonna fall back from my chair. That was scary. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you've had to say. Also, hold on. Let me save also. So I don't have to go through all of this again. Continue. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? I remember. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
Then what happened to it?
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. Oh wait, I'm dumb. When I was saying 20 pounds to the head of the box didn't hit him in the head. I'm dumb. The statue hit him on the head. The box was something on the ground already. So, yeah. That was kind of dumb, but that's okay. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. That means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room? Maybe Money the monkey? Way heavier than 20 pounds, almost likely. You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Shut up, girl. You didn't even think about that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he said that there was no accomplice. So he can't say, like, Money the monkey. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all.
Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room?
Okay, so there was no accomplice, so we can't do Money the Monkey. An orange juice bottle that was found broken on the cafeteria floor. Sorry, need to yawn. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Found inside the wooden box. The victim was hunched over. It contains pepper. Photo of Max's award ceremony. Placed by ACRO's pocket on morning of crime. To the murderer, you haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago, have you? I've conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Would it be... Meet me? From this... How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room? Let me see. Get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room. Dang, this is difficult. A monkey who takes care of ACRO habitually gathers all sorts of shiny objects. But there was no accomplice. Does Money the Monkey count as an accomplice? But I don't think he meant to bring it up there. I guess, okay, he's not human, so I don't think he's an accomplice. Technically. I know, he could still be in a way an accomplice, I don't know, but I think he just likes shiny things. So he just did it on himself, by himself, and brought it up there. Or the guy might have told him to bring it up there. Let me just do Money the Monkey. Oh my gosh, okay.
A monkey?
Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Okay, let's just not get stupid and say but he's an accomplice. He's a monkey. And pets can be quote unquote accomplices, I guess, to things, but they're not gonna be serving any jail time or whatever.
Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring.
So, are you saying that the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. Okay, see, exactly. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home.
Home.
Money lives in ACRO's room.
ACRO's room.
But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. Oh dang, Phoenix, good comeback. My,
those are some very nice cards he's holding.
They're very shiny. Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Gua! ACRO. Money is a strong monkey, right? easy for him to bring the bust back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate.
Order, order! I said order! Miss Von Karma. Where's the bust in question at this moment?
I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak.
This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Wait. Then you mean the bus was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe ACRO saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that ACRO was the murderer. Moron!
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that.
Ow! Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney.
Fraud?
You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. You forgot your fraud of a magic client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Ah! There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony.
That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder weapon... when the murder occurred, not weapon, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? The murderer was Max G. Bust, the Max G. Bust. Here. Sorry. So let's present this. How loud was that cough? Whoa, wait, I didn't even get to read that text. I asked who was the other person most saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question. Au contraire, mon frère. Phoenix, what do you know about au contraire? It does indeed have something to do with the question. Most said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. He wasn't a human being he saw.
How is that possible?
It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? Let me save also. The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one off of the cards in the bust's hands. Idiot! Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? It doesn't matter who put it on the bust.
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance to this case. Don't you agree?
Don't he call me?
So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust?
All this talk of busting makes me want to play Grounded. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Grounded just seems like I'm not gonna know what the heck to do in that game. All I think I can do is like kill the insects. I don't know much about building. Like, don't you have to build like a base or something? I don't know if I can do that. Who put the cloak on the bust? Hold on, I'm starting to get sleepy. Wake up. But let's see, who put it on the bust? Neither will anybody else. I'm the only one with much experience in the game. Oh gosh, that week is gonna be so busy, man. It'll be okay. But who put it on the bust? So let's look at the profiles. I would have thought that it was... Wouldn't it be him? But how would he have put... like, gotten the clothes for Max? I'm the only one with much oh, I read that. There seems to be an ad coming up, an ad break, so I'll see y'all soon. Okay, it seems like y'all are back. So let me go back here. Sorry, can't hear it. But sorry, for being a little bit late and bringing the game back. I was chewing, and I didn't want y'all to hear me chewing. But continuing. Could it have been... Who could it have been? Who put the cloak on the bust? I was gonna say Max, but then now I quickly thought that was dumb. Because why involve his name in this and make it worse? Oh, and look, the follower goal is 24/7. Like, you know, the thing 24/7 is 247 24/7. So cool. But who could it be? Who put the cloak on the bust? Let's look at everyone's descriptions. Okay, no. What I missed from my last post? Let me think. What was the last thing you remembered? Funny. Because so far of what happened is we've found how ACRO was able to get the bus, and it was from Money the Monkey. Now we're trying to see who to put the cloak on the bust of Max. Yeah, just so he couldn't get the bus. Okay, so yeah, he got the bus from Money the Monkey, and Money the Monkey wasn't an accomplice because Money the Monkey likes shiny things, and they thought, oh, but there's nothing shiny about him, but it was the cards on the bust that were shiny because they were made of platinum, and that's how it got up there. I get to train 3 people in the art of busting, and I'm surviving as a little guy. Oh my gosh, Cal. I actually think it was Colonel Mustard with the pipe in the billiard room. Or billiard? Who the heck is Colonel Mustard? You mean the ringmaster? You said mustard, so the only reason I think it's him, because, you know, yellow. Sleepy. Oh my gosh. I might add a new emote now that I'm thinking about it. Fangirling. I just gotta think of like a pose for it. Now I've been thinking of what to have as like, also like I made a post about this the other day on Twitter about what I should do for a fan art hashtag, because I just had the stupid pretense of not pretense, but yeah, this idea that I'm not of the level of having. You've played Clue? Oh no, I've never played Clue. Who else was there? Where? Like in this case? But I'm still trying to think of what to have as like a fan art hashtag. Because I thought I'd have to be a bit bigger to have one. And I feel like if I were to have one, I guess not much would be there. So I've thought about fan art, yeah, but that's already taken. So what I had as an idea up next is claw art. But Mochi, you asked who else was there in the case. It's asking who put the cloak on the bust. And they also mentioned how for the box, no one saw the ringmaster go out with the box, so the box was already placed there. And now they're asking who put the cloak on the bust, and we're trying to find who did it. Crumbles into cheese curds. I need to try cheese curds. So that's like kind of like a very open question on who would put the cloak on the bust. But would it be the ringmaster? Because I can tell by his office how he like designs things, I guess. And has like a little some like modeled standing for his little coat, I guess. So maybe it was the father, and that he also met with Max before the murder. Colonel Mustard is a character in Clue. Oh. So should we try the father? Let's try the father. Fool! Him?
You are saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so this is getting somewhere. The victim himself, placed the cloak on the bust? Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it.
Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself. Her hands are big, too. Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one way I can paint. There's only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright. So you want to know what really happened that night. Let's step back in time. ACRO used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached the rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window, directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Really? Oh, I see. It being right here. So yeah, I was saying, he has like the little stand to put like his jackets and stuff. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. That's who he was walking. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when ACRO took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bus hit the victim, What? You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be. It's still a little early to be getting upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? What? The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. When Moe looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, ACRO naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea what Moe saw. What idea that Moe saw the buzz being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. And that's how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. Got the whole courtroom silent. Let me save. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. ACRO. It could only have been you. ACRO's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true?
Evidence?
In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. Jeez.
Don't forget the power of my gavel as well.
Yes, Melchi? Sorry, not Machi. Yes, Melchi? Or how do you pronounce your name? Mulchi? Okay, 1. Mulchi. 2. Melchi. 3. Okay, there's no 3. Just call me Mel. It's Melkaiha. It is Melkaiha? Oh, okay. Okay, Mel. Is it Mal or Mel? So 1 Mal. Naha. Oh, Melkaija. Okay, I'm sorry. But is it 1 Mal or 2 Mel? Okay, 2 Mel. Okay, well, welcome in, Mel, and you're also one of the canines now. If you wanna join the Discord too, you can if you want. But yeah, we have a Discord, and I'm thinking about doing a movie night next weekend. If you're up for that. But yeah. So welcome in, Mel. Mr. Wright.
Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Nick, they say they want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. But there is still something unusual about Moe's eyewitness account. Weekends are a bit hard for You, as that's where most of your work nights end up? Oh, okay, Mal. Well, then that's okay. Unusual. Jeez. Okay, like, after the stream, I need to get a Q-tip. Okay, I know this is bad. You're not supposed to use Q-tips for your ears. But, it's like one of the only things that's kind of satisfying, and my ear's like itchy right now, and I just need to check it and just get the itchiness out. A contradiction actually. I actually had a very bad ear infection recently from using Q-tips. Really? Like, for Q-tips, do you usually wet it before you put it in your ear? Because that's what I do. Like, I wet it, let it dry for a little bit, so then it's like, it doesn't like still have like a dripping of water to go in my ear. I let it dry for a little bit so it's still damp, but it's not to the point where water will squeeze off of it, to the point where it'll be left in my ear. And I rarely do it, and I don't go too far in. But I can see how like bad ear infections can come from that. A contradiction, actually. Okay then. Use that and get out of this jam. I had to go to the ER, pushes more earwax back than it grabs. I've heard that too. That builds up and causes blocks that leads to an infection. Do they give any advice on how to get it? Because I know there's that little, I don't know, some contraption that can help get it out, like with water or something. But I don't have that. But you know what's really satisfying? The videos where people, like the earwax removal videos, but not the ones that's cleared out with water, but that they're able to take out with like pliers or something. Those are oddly satisfying. It's disgusting, but it's oddly satisfying. I don't watch it all the time, but there was a time I did watch it for a good bit. There's medical eardrops for it. There's also doctors that remove it. Yeah, but this is like, it's not like build up, it's just like offhand, like little bits of earwax. The water tool is really good if you use it right. Yeah, I don't have that. And I do clean my ears like every day, not with Q-tips, but you know, just around it and stuff. But yeah.
That's enough that's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright.
However, do not use it if you already have an infection, as it causes it to get worse drastically. You will need a doctor before you use them to make sure you don't get worse. Okay, well that makes sense.
Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case.
Hard proof. Okay, let's see what hard proof we can get him. You can use it for the outer ear, but it's no good for that. To this magic case. I can just present the bust again. Or even the hat itself, it being a part of the costume. But let me present the bust again so they can get in their heads. Like, what the heck? What does this all mean? Oh, dang. Okay, that might have been dumb of me. Wait, that was dumb. I think I just impulse tapped on that. The water tool is readily available consumer grade product. The bird doesn't like Wright. It really doesn't. Is readily available consumer grade product, but only good for clearing blockages before they get worse. Yeah, I don't have blockages. It's just like my ear is just like that. Like there's no blockages. The medical eardrops also have hydrogen peroxide. So yeah, I don't have any blockages or like any like to the point where like it feels like something in my ear is compromised or blocked or whatever. It's just itchy a bit. If they had been silent for 2 more seconds, I would have screamed. Nick, they say they want. Okay, I get it. Okay, let's see what we can do. We can do the hat. Or we better get the poster. Let's do the poster. Hydrogen. Yeah, I got it messed up a bit. Whatever. The problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings.
What do you call a protogen that drinks water? Hopefully I said that right. What is a protogen that drinks water? I don't know. Kel might know this. I don't know. I have a feeling Kel might know this. A hydrogen. Wow. That's interesting. This is like chemistry humor. I don't know, I wouldn't have gotten that. But that does make sense because hydro, like that prefix is usually meant for like water related things. Well, my main thing is weird train facts and cheese puns. Like, is it cheesy puns or just cheese puns? Because I'm up for cheese puns. I love cheese. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool, don't you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, yesterday what Mo said, remember what Mo said yesterday. You better believe it's cheesy. Okay, I like that. Mo is my spiritual animal. I can see that. Look, okay, hydrate. Objection. Hey, Raspy. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. But how are you, Raspy? The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bus.
Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of.
Fine, you've got one. But what about the other contradiction?
The other contradiction?
Remember what that ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. You're getting a tooth pulled in 10 hours. Oh gosh. Are you excited for that or you're dreading it? Sorry if you're dreading it. There were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? Of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? They were covered, I guess. I've been in pain since Christmas. Oh, geez, Raspy. So yeah, I think you can't wait for it, maybe? Most likely because the tooth has been messing with you for months. Jeez, I'm sorry, Raspy, that is tough. Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Ah! Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust.
Order! Order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs.
Let me save.
This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
Let's do this, Snake. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Oh my gosh. Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind?
What is it?
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? Freedom O'Clock? Nice, Cal.
If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that?
Motive.
This witness feels an incredible depth of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there's absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear ACRO's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that ACRO deeply respected the ringmaster.
ACRO's motive. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Hydrate, okay. Yay, we finished part 1. Save your progress to this point? Yes. Let me see if can I? Should I play for a bit more? I'm thinking. Think. Because I don't know how long this next part is going to be. Because I need to, take a shower and rest. because I got work in the morning. Should I go on for more? Because I don't want to stop in the middle of a case. I feel like he could have done it due to his injury. He might feel it is the ringmaster's fault, or afraid that the ringmaster might not let him stay. I see what you're saying. You know what? I'll go for like 20 to 30 minutes more, and if I'm not done with the case by then that was a big mistake. Because I feel like next Tuesday's stream on this is going to be way short. And that's what I'm afraid. Like, if the second part isn't finished within the next 30 or so minutes, 40 minutes, then it's going to be a short stream next Tuesday. But let's try. Let's try. Oh gosh. I don't know. Should I just stop here and just end with playing, what's it called? And with doing the connections, the New York Times connections. Maybe I'll do that because I don't want to have a short stream, a crazy short stream next Tuesday. So the game itself will stop here. Yes. But I will be continuing the stream for a couple of minutes more to do the New York Times connections. Because I feel like I haven't done that in a while, and I feel like that would be very much so fun. But yeah, let me do that. And let's see how smart Signalis has made me in the sense of, I don't know, matching words, which it hasn't. But I feel like it expanded my way of thinking and the possibility of things. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Okay. No, wrong thing. I think I know why this is like this. Okay. There we go. Okay, let me push this up a bit. Do that. Okay. So let's try to do the New York Times connections for a little bit. Okay, let me just do that. Okay, so we have Fresh Daisy Bucket Mop, Scrooge Food Twist Dewey, Tangle, Mountain Thatch Pip, Smooth Supply Glowing Mat. Okay, I think I see Bucket Mop Mat. I think this is stuff that catches water. What is a dewy? Dewy sounds something that's water related. Dewy. Wet with dew? And what's a pip? Is it like Small hard seed in a fruit. Let's try pip. Okay, so it didn't say this was one away. So I guess none of these are together. It's a water floating device that marks the location, you think? So Matt, but okay, I feel like bucket and mop is together. What about thatch? Or dang. Okay. Smooth, glowing. Bowie not do. Okay, I think that's a bow. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of what is it, Bowie? I forget. We might fail at this. Supply food. Fresh food. Mountain. Twist. Thatch. Tangle. Mop. No. Adjectives for nice skin: dewy, fresh, glowing, smooth. Mess of hair: matte, mop. Dickens characters: bucket, pip, Scrooge, twist. Daisy food, mountain, supply. Daisy chain, food chain, mountain. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get the heck. All right then. That'll be enough of that. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. So moving on from that, that was just a bad time. That will be done for today. I'll be back Thursday playing part 2 of the finale for Signalis. So if you're into Signalis, come by for that. And then Friday, 99% sure I'm going to be streaming and I'm going to be playing Minecraft. And I'm always kind of lost when playing that, but I'll figure it out. I just need to come up with an objective for the stream and try my best to make progress in that objective. But yeah, sorry for the short stream. I just gotta, go to sleep at like a good time. I think I can log on early and help a little. Okay, maybe. I just need to think. Official V Regalia activity. Okay. All right. Why am I sleepy? I wish I could have gone on more. Why'd I have to have work tomorrow? I wanted to go on more, but that's okay. And there's a possibility I may stream Sunday. We'll see. But yeah. Okay, let me see if I can raid someone really quick. So if I'm able to raid, here's the raid message in preparation that you can copy and paste. But for now, I'm going to go to the ending screen and its ending song.
I didn't see you there. Don't be shy. Make yourself comfortable.
Hold on. This freaking stupid OBS. Why does it do this to me? This, oh, you'll have no idea. You have no idea. Oh, wait, I'm about to change. Wait, no, I didn't. I don't know either. I hate this. I thought I fixed it. Yeah, the simplest setup of all time. Congrats. Oops. Please be nice. Okay. I hate this. Like, what the heck is wrong with it? Hold on, let me fix something really quick. What nonsense have I borne witness to? I'm sorry. This stuff. Why is it doing this to me? There we go. Jeez, man. Pissing me off.
Ah, I didn't see you there. Don't be shy. Make yourself comfortable. Surprised? I've been known to tickle the ivories time to time. There's few things more entertaining than a good song, don't you think? I'm rather fond of this one. It's a little bit after my time, but it is such a thoughtful melody.
Because it made me mad.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the
Shut
blue
up.
skies drive the dark clouds far away. And I will just say hello to the folks that you know. Tell them you won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as I saw you go, you were singing this song. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Until we meet again, my friend.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking at channels to raid. I'm thinking. Oh, Rumi's phone. Okay, we're gonna raid Rumi. Okay, I'm gonna start raids to her. She's studying, so I'm gonna go raid her. I need y'all. Remember, this is the raid message. Copy and paste. And like I said, as always, rest well, sleep. Oh, freak. Rest well, sleep well, and until we meet again, good night. All right, bye-bye. Go read. Go say hey to Rumi.